it's your girl KP, and this is my first go at a movie review. My sister and I, and Shakoya, we just got back from seeing Us. So there's Shakoya, and there's my sister Annette. This podcast is morphing and becoming all the things. So still didn't have a defined title, but movie reviews will now be part of it. So Us by Jordan Peele. A family's serenity turns to chaos when a group of doppelgangers begin to terrorize them. So the cast: Lupita, Winston, Elizabeth Moss. She is from Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
And Tim Heidecker. I'd never heard of him, but I was informed by Shakoya that he is a comedian.
Yeah, he's some type of comedian.
And then the children. So Shahadi, right, Joseph, and then Evan, and then that's their dad. That's their dad. I'll just leave it there. Not Lupita's husband, but Lupita's father. So it was a quiet ride home, to say the least. Everybody was Googling, trying to understand, what the beep happened. The song I Got 5 on it is relative. Maybe you should go high. I don't know. I would probably be even more confused had we saw, or maybe a drink. Yeah. We didn't drink at that. Yeah. Shout out to Alamo Draft House. They didn't give us any free tickets, but maybe they will. I'll tag them in this podcast. So initial thoughts. We'll go around the room and not your favorite and dislikes, but just initial thoughts. We'll start with Shakoya.
Great plot.
So that's your favorite, or that's just your initial thought?
Initial thought.
Okay. Annette?
I was thoroughly confused. That's my initial confusing.
She needed 5 on it.
Yeah, I needed 5 on it.
My head is hurting. That's what I would say. It's like being in a business meeting, and you know that something good's gonna happen in it, but it just, yeah.
Everybody has an agenda, and you don't.
Yeah. And we went to the draft house. I probably should have put in a picture. I'll add them on the Facebook post. They redid it. They have lounge chairs. It was for $13 a piece. It was 3 of us, so $40. But it was a good movie though. The music was at times over dramatized.
Yes.
So this is now non-spoiler, and I will put that out. This is non-spoiler. But the music hyped it up. It was so much more of a drama than a horror.
Yeah.
I would disagree. I'm sorry.
You think it was a horror. So say more.
It's drama. You think drama movies are that way?
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of The Fosters or
No.
Good Girls, whatever we're watching.
I have to disagree. If you watch Good Girls or The Fosters, that's on
Good Trouble.
Good Trouble. Freeform, and what is Good Trouble? No, not
Good Trouble is
Good
the spinoff of The Fosters.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was drama. I mean, because having now, so in the car, everyone's Googling, trying to understand what the hell we just watched. Now to understand, it was like, and there was things that were obvious after the fact. But it was a lot of story.
Yeah. The music itself was very satirical because he was overemphasizing a lot of the Alfred Hitchcock stuff that they do, making you think something's going to happen, and sometimes nothing happened.
I just have to disagree. It's not a drama at all.
Potential jump scares. A lot of.
Jordan Peele himself tweeted that Us is a horror movie.
Oh, and I'm not disagreeing the category. It's just it's very dramatic. Like my head is as though we were in a car accident.
Yeah.
I feel like we just saw somebody get beat up.
When
that could be a horror
drama, I think of the girlfriend cheated on the husband. This. That's not what I think. I don't think this is a drama. I think drama has more, I don't know, dramatic plot. This wasn't dramatic plot. This was dramatic music. Yeah. Quote unquote dramatic music.
Yeah.
Murder doesn't always mean horror though. So let's debate it. Because it was nothing but murders.
Yeah, that's all they did was kill. Some quicker than others. Some quicker than others.
Horror.
Just
I guess based on how that. I mean,
how
there
it was
was
set up and the music.
Yeah.
It's just
horror.
And I think he did it that way. I think he over dramatized the music. He emphasized it a lot because he wanted you to think horror, because that's what Alfred Hitchcock and all those type of people did to make their movies like and all this stuff. Yeah. And then some of the music was like I said, satirical. It was funny because
there was some funny.
Yeah.
There was some funny.
Winston Duke would probably be the comedic relief.
He was the black guy from Get Out.
Yeah.
Rod.
Yeah, he was the Rod of the movie. And what I thought, so going into it, I thought he was gonna tell another story, one full of race and other things. Mm-hmm. Again, not trying to give it away. Yeah,
but he did sort of kind of though, because when the NWF the police, and they said the police won't come for 15 minutes, and black people had called, that sort of sticking a little race in there.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be more the satire of us, right?
You thought that it was going to be based off of race, like the movie?
I thought it was going to have heavy under and overtones of race.
Just like Get Out. Just like Get Out.
That's just what I thought, though.
I think Jordan Peele wanted to do something different, like, been there, done that, now let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
I think that's what Us is.
I think there's still some racial undertones.
I mean,
yes,
it is. But not like Get Out.
I thought it was going to be, and the ones from Get Out were subtle. I think. I mean, I guess the white taking the blacks. Okay. If we're not videoing these yet. So when we video, you guys can see our faces.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we're looking confused.
I mean, I really feel like we just saw a car crash.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was good. But yeah, I thought and. Being in San Antonio, I mean, we're in Little Mexico, so I didn't know, like, I haven't experienced racial relations here, but I thought, it's gonna be, an us against them type of movie. I don't know how our Hispanic brother in line. So
I don't think I went in thinking about race at all.
Oh, I most certainly did.
I did.
What?
Because that's usually what he does.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to hold a director or producer to one thing.
No, but he usually does address that though. Even in his comedic skits, somehow or another he directs race or racial undertones. Yeah, he does.
I don't hold him to it, but I know that he uses his platform for that. So similarly to Spike Lee, although he's done Do the Right Thing. Jungle Fever, but that was nothing but race.
I know Jungle,
but
she gotta have it.
She got right. But he uses the platform to highlight or to bring awareness to. So I think he exposed some things as it comes in. But I was glad. At one point, I was like, okay, hold on, let me check the exits. I didn't know where we were gonna go with the movie. So we will continue on. So we'll start with Shakoya. What did you like the most about the movie?
The acting.
Okay. You want to elaborate on that?
Just very dramatic, and I don't want to say subtle because that's not the word I'm looking for. But great acting.
The acting. And Rizzle for Shizzle?
Because I can't give a spoiler alert, I'll say the ending. So if you go see it, you know what I mean when I say the ending. But you have to compose everything.
My favorite part was the teenage daughter. There was a moment where, I won't say exactly, but I thought, that would be my child, the one that's on this podcast. Like, the mom needed her to do something. She defiantly said no, and it was life or death. So they were having this exchange. So, yes, that's my favorite part. That young girl, she was beast. She had several hashtag Black Girl Magic moments. I was proud of her in those moments. So we will transition to thumbs down. What didn't you like?
Skip me for Nat.
Okay, so we'll go. She took a pass. Skip her. Go to Nat.
I'm gonna say I say the plot because I had to think too hard. It was it was some good spots, but if I hadn't read the things we were reading on the way home, I still would not have known what the actual plot was.
I agree. I could see that being a thing. I felt the same with Get Out. Shakoya did a lot of research and would share different things about Get Out, so I knew that it would take some level of that because it's not going to be that transparent. But and then when you do, so don't do that until you go see it, right? Yeah. And it's like, this. What didn't I like about the movie?
Yeah, I'm noodling.
Noodle. Gotta get a noodle on. It's not one to take at face value. I guess for me, it was set up as a horror. I don't see it as one. The music is probably what my cul-de-sac is dark, so the music makes it ominous. If I had to come to this house by myself,
yeah, exactly,
and that would be spend the night. I think not traditional horror for me. I thought it was going to be much more of like Strangers.
Yeah.
And I wasn't scared, but horror.
Or The Purge almost. It almost has the trailers almost has the sense of The Purge. How they stand in the driveway.
The oh man, I need vitamin D moment. I don't know what I was gonna say. The Purge. No, that's not horror to me.
The Purge isn't horror to you?
No, it's just again, it's murder. I don't. Murder happens all the time.
So what is a realistic?
So you want suspense and horror. I got you.
Horror
I got
to
you.
me is like I'm
suspense,
scared.
Yeah,
The Purge doesn't scare me, and neither did this. So yes, now I've dialed it in.
Yeah, you want suspense.
I will agree. I agree because it's not drama; it's realistic fiction.
What?
The movie. You said drama.
Realistic fiction. Okay.
Yeah. I thought we were just.
Yeah, is that a new category?
Yes.
So yes, not scary, but maybe horror is not as scary. Maybe horror is like an elevation.
Okay.
It's like intelligent scary horror. We're making all these categories up. So go back to what you did not like.
I want to say that I don't like any. I mean, it's nothing that I don't like,
and that's fair.
I like. It's not a 10 out of 10 movie, but it's nothing that I don't disagree with or I don't like in the movie.
Okay, so we'll keep this going. Shakoya and I were thinking, we wanted to have our own, because there's all the like yes or no, go or don't go. So we came up with don't miss or miss me with it. So Koya.
For me, it's gonna be a don't miss. You're not gonna want it. Well, I mean, it's a don't miss.
Go see, right?
Go see.
So don't miss equals go see. Koya saying spend the $13 to go. And Russell?
I'm saying miss me with it and take your $13 to Taco Cabana and get you a margarita and a taco. Miss me with it. I wouldn't have paid out there. I'd have been mad if I had paid to go see this tonight. Yeah, I know.
Really?
No, it was. The company was great. Love spending time with Sissy and Nick. No.
And it was over 2 hours. Now it didn't feel like
now that's good because it didn't feel like he was sitting in there over 2 hours. Yeah. But no, dollar movie for me.
Really?
Yes.
On Vance Jackson. She's going to the dollar movie on Vance Jackson.
No, miss me with it.
I'm a don't miss. I think I would encourage everyone to go see it. It'll probably be the roots of our time. I mean, and not because of the message that it gives, but the level of intelligence and conveyance of a message without giving a message. Like it's genius. I would say he is is he married?
I think he is. Yes,
because he could probably cheat on her, have a whole other family.
Married to a white
and he wouldn't. Yeah, and he wouldn't even know. She probably wouldn't know.
Well, for a lot of reasons. Yeah. But the creative genius in his head. So it's worth going to say that you saw it. Just like I remember going to see Color Purple. It sounds very inappropriate. When it came out, like 87.
Yeah.
I was 5. But my dad took me and my sister to go see Color Purple, and those are just award-winning movies. I don't know. Do we think this movie will get awards?
Yes.
It probably will because it got such a great wave.
100% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, at when he showed it in Austin.
Yes.
Again, I'm not saying don't go. I'm just saying don't pay $13. Yeah, I did say don't pay $13. Absolutely.
She said go to your local Carmike Dollar movie theater. VA, I don't think y'all have one anymore.
I know. Yeah.
So I guess she's saying wait for Redbox, which is $1.25.
Absolutely. And you can sit there and look at it over and over again, and maybe you'll get it. It's not a horrible movie, but if you're looking for horror, this is not it. It's not a horror movie. Yeah, because it doesn't have that.
Even the suspense wasn't like.
Oh, come on now! It was a little jump scare.
Yeah, I jumped at least once or twice. I jumped at least once.
I jumped at least once or twice. So I'm just saying.
As she's popping her collar.
Yes.
I jumped at least once or twice, but it was if you that person that likes Freddy Krueger and all that type. No. It's not that. No, it's not that. No, it's not Freddy Krueger. And what's the other one? Halloween. It's not that. It's not that.
That's scary.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not that. So don't think you're going to see that. Yeah, that. But I mean.
It's not Quiet Place. I mean, so Quiet Place.
I love Quiet.
Quiet Place is better than Us.
Yes, absolutely.
Was that a horror?
Absolutely. I don't think so. No.
Quiet Place is.
I think it was no.
4?
I don't think it was hard. The grasshoppers eating people. The grasshoppers? We never knew what it was.
It was like
aliens or something. So that's not horror, but this is in a horror category.
Oh, well, we changed our minds. Really, fiction or suspense.
Because if you say hard, like you said, you're looking for suspense.
Scary.
Yeah, you're looking for
because Quiet Place is not scary either. But when you talk about suspense,
that is
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place is literally quiet.
Yes.
So it's like there's a build up there in A Quiet Place. There is a build up in this movie, but not as much as A Quiet Place.
No.
But again, it's that same level of elevated, suspenseful drama with murder.
And it didn't take too long to get to the drama or the suspense.
And it's funny too because 2 comedic actors wrote these movies.
Right.
The guy from The Office wrote Quiet Place.
Right.
Yeah, he wrote Quiet Place.
It's amazing what's in someone's mind.
Yeah, it's scary for Jordan Peele that he has.
I mean,
he can go this dark.
Right. I'm struggling to write another kid's book about a chubby girl. So
And he's
yeah, it's pretty interesting.
I think that if you like to noodle on stuff after you watch it, this is a movie that you should see.
It is. You could probably go with some girlfriends or go on a first date. That would be amazing. And then talk that over with your new beau or gal, and see how that goes.
If you're a conspiracy theorist,
Koi is one.
Yeah, because there's a lot of conspiracies. And then I know we were thinking about, and this is not a spoiler because you can see it on the previews. When they're holding hands, when they're holding hands, when they do the Hands Across America. That's what that is. I'm just sitting there thinking, why is it? It's the Hands Across America. Right. They're reenacting it for some reason.
Which
I didn't get that part either, but yeah.
But
that is in the
previews. But we'll discuss that
after
podcast.
Off the podcast. Well, any final thoughts before we say sayonara to our go see the movie.
Out of 10, what do you guys say? Out of 10, 1 being the worst and being the best.
I'm a 10. I mean,
really,
I am pro. You know, what did Issa Rae say? I'm rooting for all the black people, so I am pro. I think it's genius. Is it typical? Are there people in my life that I would say, nah, you're not gonna like it? Yeah, for sure. But I can be geek girl, fangirl. I love to read things that will think about it for a minute. I'll be thinking about it for some time to come. So I'm a 9-10, but for sure I think I'm a 9-10. And if I'm a solid 10, it's because it's Jordan Peele and he's black.
So not because of that movie.
Well, no, yes, yeah. Well, you know, just I that's just what I do. You know, I support local and I like black stuff.
I'm the same way.
But the movie, go see it. I'll give it a 10 just so to persuade people to go.
For me, it's a 9.5 out of 10. 9.5.
What was Black Panther for you? A 10?
100.
158,000.
Yes. Show them who you are. Yes. We'll have to talk about that time.
How could it not be $1.5 million?
There was a moment in the movie where it was like kind of the same thing about show them who you are.
And us.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that on podcast.
So you want?
I must. I like to support my brothers and sisters. I do.
Brothers and sisters.
But that's the only one they didn't play. But it's 656. I'm not gonna. Yes.
She looks sleepy, and that looks like she just took her SATs.
Exactly, and that's how I feel like it. My head is hurting. I had to think too much.
That's Jordan Peele for you.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not horrible. Would I pay $13 to go back? Like I would go back and see any Avenger movie 50 times. I would go back and see Black Panther.
And pay $13?
Yes. You would go see Aquaman.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
No. Aquaman was boring.
I would go back and see.
I went to sleep during Aquaman.
I would go back and see Black Panther, any of the Avengers movies. I would not pay $13 to go back to see this.
I would not pay $13 to see another movie again. Any movie.
And I think that's where I am. I mean, I would go if someone called me tomorrow and say, hey, you want to go? Just because now I have insight.
Oh, yeah. If somebody say, hey, you want to go and I'm paying? Yeah, I would go. I would be right there. So I would say a solid 6. I did say Miss Me, and I actually meant that. Go to the dollar movie and see it. Wait for Redbox.
Harsh. So we know who's the harshest critic of the group. But we'll have to do another review. I know they just went and saw Captain Marvel. We won't get into that. What's the next?
Amazing. Go see that.
Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
Isn't there something else I want to see before that? No,
No.
Isn't there something else coming out that I want to see? I mean, I enjoy the Avengers.
I don't think there's nothing that I know of, because I know April is just Avengers month.
Yes.
Well, Game of Thrones comes back on.
No. Who knows what Game of Thrones
I
is?
don't watch that. You watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
No.
Every time I'm on Twitter, I've never seen one episode.
Yes, Game of
Never.
Thrones.
I have not either, so I don't feel bad. I haven't seen one episode.
We are bunny trolling, but I just learned the actress that plays Khaleesi, she's the mother of dragons. You should see their faces. Had 2 aneurysms. Almost died. Anyway, we'll
probably because she on that show.
Right.
Jon Snow.
That flop show.
I know that.
We know a person who thinks, and it's a he, that it is the greatest show ever made. I'm just gonna say he thinks it's the greatest show ever made. So
I don't even have a show that would be the greatest show ever made.
Maybe that'll be another one. So we'll do another one. I guess maybe it sounds like Avengers, but I feel like there was another movie in April that I wanted to see.
The movie with Issa Rae.
Yeah,
that's the only movie that I can think of. That's probably going out next week or something.
I did start watching Bunny Trail really quick. I did start watching on the plane Green Book. Have y'all seen it? The Green Book. I don't even know. It's about a black pianist who travels in the South with a white driver. It's good. I didn't get to finish it, but it's good. And the Green Book is actually, I think it's based on a true story. Historically, the Green Book is what they gave black people to know where they could travel. It's pretty dope. All right, so we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for listening to whatever we're calling this. I think I'm going to land on the in-between or somewhere in between, or don't lock. I have commitment issues right now, so don't lock me into that. But we appreciate you listening, and we hope you have a good night.